The Second Agricultural Revolution happened in Europe during the 17th through 19th centuries, and it introduced technological and structural changes that made farming much more productive. This revolution is defined by three important aspects: new tools and equipment, changes to farming systems, and the overall impact on food production. The first aspect is the development of new tools and equipment. Inventions like the steel plow, mechanical seed drill, and horse-drawn cultivator allowed farmers to work land more efficiently and plant crops more evenly. These tools reduced the need for manual labor and increased yields, which meant farmers could grow more food with fewer workers. The second aspect is the introduction of new farming systems, especially in Britain. One major change was the enclosure movement, where small farms were consolidated into larger, fenced-in plots, often against the will of the smaller farmers. This made farming more efficient but also forced many small farmers off the land. Another key development was improved crop rotation, such as the four-field system. In this system, farmers seasonally rotated crops around four fields. They selected crops that would regenerate the fields from the previous crop. This helped keep soil fertile year-round, reduced the need to leave land fallow, meaning unused, and ensured it was always in use. The third aspect is the increase in food production. Together, these innovations led to higher agricultural output. With more reliable food sources, populations grew, and fewer people were needed to work the land. Now let's look at the consequences of the Second Agricultural Revolution. We'll focus on three specific consequences: improved diets, longer life expectancies, and the movement of people from farms to cities. The first consequence was improved diets. With more crops and better livestock, people had more access to fresh food. The variety and amount of food increased, helping people get the nutrients they needed. This improved public health, especially in urban areas that had previously suffered from food shortages. The second consequence was longer life expectancies. With fewer famines and more stable food supplies, people lived longer. This helped fuel a population boom in Europe during the 18th and 19th centuries, which created a growing workforce for new industries. The third consequence was a labor shift from farms to factories. Because fewer people were needed on farms, many rural workers moved to cities in search of jobs. This migration supported the Industrial Revolution, which depended on large numbers of urban workers. In this way, the Second Agricultural Revolution helped create the conditions for modern industrial economies. Okay, now I want to give you two things to help prep you for the exam. First is a checklist that goes over everything you need to know for AP Human Geography really fast. Read through it and highlight anything you don't know yet for further study. Second, I'll send you some free response practice questions so you can get some exam-style practice. You can grab both from the link in the description. This video has been a snippet from my full 5-hour course review that'll get you exam ready. Click the video on the screen to watch the whole thing.